Hello, darling parents. This is Naren from Wow Parenting with yet another Facebook Live. The topic today is very interesting, and I guess this is the right time to have this topic, and that is about how do I deal with exam pressures? How do I deal with children during their exams? I'm going to today have a very different kind of a live, and in this live, there's going to be like machine gun firing kind of a very fast insights that I'm going to give to them. So, friends, exam time sometimes creates a lot of challenge, sometimes create a lot of stress at home, and if we can manage exams well, then a good family life is very comfortable. I was speaking to a fantastic teacher called Miss Simois the other day, who's the principal of Wisdom World High School. And she was telling me that one reason why in many families there are frictions is because parents have to deal with the pressures of exam all by themselves when they are not equipped to deal with this properly. Because they have not done B.Ed, they have not studied to understand the psychology of the child and studies. They do their best. Oh, you bet your life they do really their best. But if they are given a little support and a little guidance, not only will the child do really well, but the parents will also enjoy parenting their children beautifully well. So here are a few machine gun-like, very fast insights on how is it that I can help to prepare beautifully well for the exams. Now, as the Facebook Live is on, as you can think about any particular question to ask on preparation for exam, feel free to post it on the questions here. Any question and all questions which has been posted over here with respect to exams, I'm going to answer them very soon. But questions which I get after the live is over, I will not be able to take the answers for that very soon. So here are the insights on how to prepare your child for exams. Number one, can I treat exams like festivals? How do we prepare for festivals? There is a lot of work at home during festivals. There are stuff to be made, there is cleaning to be done, invitations to be had, we ourselves have to go to a few places, shopping has to be done, a lot of arrangements have to be done. But there is an atmosphere of festivity at home. Similarly, when exams are there, can we ensure that there is an atmosphere of festivity and positivity at home? If I can do that, my child will be able to sit to focus on exams in the right frame of mind. Point number two, and this is super crucial. Exams are not a test of a child's potential. Exams are a test of a child's preparation, and exams are a test of the child's ability to recollect a point when the question is being asked in the exam. So if I can remember the second point, that exams are not a test of the child's potential. APJ Abdul Kalam wanted to be a fighter pilot. He appeared for the exams, couldn't succeed. But he went on to become one of the most loved presidents ever. He failed in that exam, but it was not a proof of his potential. It was just his preparation at that point of time. Even if the child doesn't do well in exam, his future can still be bright. So if we can take the pressure of exam preparation away from the child's head, I can guarantee you the child will do really well. As I'm speaking with you, in case you're liking a point, please do mention it over there so that we know, okay, these are the points which our audience liked. Point number two, please tag someone whom you think will grow a lot out of these inputs. And point number three, share it in as many groups as possible so that this messages of exams goes to people far and wide. In the post, there is also a link to a few very beautifully shot videos which also has insights on how to deal with exam techniques. Feel free to click on that, download those videos, watch those videos, and again, share those videos with as many people as you feel like. Point number 3. During exams, because there is a lot of pressure, sometimes parents have this tendency to create or transfer this pressure onto their child's mind. They become fear leaders where actually what they should be is cheerleaders. So this is a very heartfelt, heart-touching, deep point, and it's a little rhythmic and poetic too, that during exams, do not be a fear leader to your child. During exams, be a cheerleader for your child. Point number 4, knowledge is permanent. Go behind knowledge and not marks. When the child has clarity on a subject, this clarity will help them to excel in life tomorrow. So if I can sit with my child when they are studying, and if I can ensure that they are studying to get knowledge and not just score marks, the child will also be more confident. If they score marks but they don't have knowledge, the child will always feel a little jaded, a little shaky, that पिछली बार तो हो गया, last time I could do, next time will I be able to do well or not? They will always have this little confusion. So to avoid this confusion, always remember, it is the concepts and the ideas which is more important than marks is. If your child understands that, then they are studying to understand the concept and not just studying to gain marks. Next point, and this is a very, very important point. Help your child to prepare for exams, keeping in mind they are not competing against another individual. They are not competing against a particular person. They are competing against their own past performance. You know, one of the signs of greatness of every human being is to understand where they were yesterday, where they are today, and where would they like to be tomorrow. Which means I am not competing to beat another person. I am not competing to go ahead of another person. I am studying so that I can improve in my life. With this attitude, there's a lot of collaboration which happens. There is a lot of idea generation which happens. There is a lot of discussion which happens. And in the process, every person who's involved improves quite a lot. So do not compete against your friends for exams. Solve what you could not solve yesterday, and that will make you beautifully study. Next point is also a very vital point. Use your time well. Schedule your day and stick to that schedule. There will be temptations now and then to study for some time and then say, right now I'm not in the right mood, I will study later on, I'm not in the right frame. Now all these in your subconscious mind is also going to tell you you're not capable, you're not good enough, your life is not in your control, your time also is not your control. And with that frame, when the child sits to study, they will not be able to excel. So a very beautiful and a simple point which we emphasize again and again is create a schedule and stick to that schedule. Next day you can fine tune, you can improve, you can change. But when a schedule has been made, ensure that you stick to your schedule. My friends, there are a few extra additional videos which are free, which are there in the post. Please ensure that if you want to see that, see that. If you're liking any point, please ensure you mention about it. Do like this post and share it with people whom you would love to share with. And if you want somebody specifically to come here and see it, please write their names or tag their name in the comment section. And in case you have any questions with respect to exam preparation, keep asking those questions here. Questions which are asked during the live will be answered before I sleep tonight. Questions which are asked after the live is over, I'm sorry, I will not be able to deal with it. And any one of you who wants greater insights on parenting, parenting skills, exam techniques, please ensure you download the app of Wow Parenting. We have hundreds of videos over there which can help you to grow like nobody's business. Coming back to the pointers on how to prepare for exam. Now, here is something which you might see as strange, but it works beautifully well. And the point is, take enough rest. Ensure your child takes enough rest. Under the pressure of studying, the child stops sleeping from 7 hours and 8 hours to 2 hours and 3 hours, and they want to stretch themselves. Exams are around the corner. They're sleeping at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the night, getting up at 4:30 in the morning, and still studying. But their efficiency is going to go down like crazy. To ensure that they're efficient, to ensure that they're studying properly, to ensure what they're studying they're able to retain, to ensure that they are focused, they have to ensure that they are taking enough rest. If they don't take enough rest, they will not be able to do well in their exams. Remember that adage, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. So whether your name is Jack or your name is Janardhan, it is applicable to you equally well. Here is the next point. I cannot overemphasize the importance of revision. So there is a very simple takiya kalam that I have always followed in my life, and that is, be wise, revise. Science says that whatever you study, you will be able to retain 10%. But if you revise it once, and when I say revise, I'm not saying glancing through it, I'm saying you're going through it properly. When you revise it once, you will be able to recollect close to 50 to 60%. And if you can revise it the second time, you will be able to recollect more than 70%. And the way our neurons are made, unless it is about facts, if it's about ideas and concepts, if you remember 70%, you will be able to recollect the entire idea. So if you can revise twice, it almost means like 70% of what you've studied will be available for you to reproduce when exams are there. Now that is an awesome quantity of data that you have accessible to you. So ensure you also follow this adage, and that is, be wise and revise. Here is another beautiful point. Now I'm going to go super fast. Choose your style of preparation. Everybody has different styles of preparation. Somebody might walk and read, somebody might write and read, somebody might speak and read, somebody might lie down and read, somebody might like to have a late night, somebody might want to have an early morning. Now, whatever is your style, don't bother about other styles. Whatever works for you, follow that style. Next point, super crucial, and that is presentation is the key. Now, this is going to be the last point for the day. There are many other points for which we are creating videos. Very soon, you will also be able to see 2-minute, 3-minute, 4-minute videos covering each point. But for the evening, here is the last point for you. Presentation is the key. What do I mean by that? Now, if studies is difficult for the child, imagine the status of the teacher who has to check on an average 300 answer sheets. Now imagine that the teacher is sitting with an answer sheet and the handwriting is not proper. Can you imagine the stress on her because she has to check 300? Can you understand? She's checking it at home. There is work at home. There are children at home. There are other chores of home. And in midst of all this, she has to find time to check. And if her presentation is beautiful, you're actually helping her. You're making her happy. You're making her glad. You're making her have a soft corner for you. So presentation is the key. Same answer. Let's say the answer deserves 8 out of 10. Well presented, you might get 9.5 or 10 out of 10. Poorly presented, you might get 6, 6.5, or sometimes even 5. So you'll find there are different children who have written the same answer, but different children are getting different marks for the same answer. And the reason is the presentation is different. So neatly written, rightly spaced, properly highlighted, wonderfully underlined, and all these work brilliantly well. I'm so happy with the number of people online and the number of quotes which are coming. Now here is something which I am sharing for you, which is going to be a very, very crucial point. And the crucial point is, can we have gratitude in the heart of our child when the child sits to study? What do I mean by that? There are millions of children right now today in the world who are not having the opportunity to study. Now, Life School and Wow Parenting work with the juvenile kids, and juvenile kids means children who have committed a crime and they have been caught by the police and they are not yet the age of 18, 18. Children from 10 years to 18 years have committed these crimes. They will not get a chance to study. Some of them might want to study, but parents are not there to guide them. If parents are there, money is not there. If parents are there, they are probably addicts or they are not interested in the children. And they are not having an opportunity to study. If our children have an opportunity to study, when they sit to study, if they can look at the books with gratitude, saying that these books are going to be my friends because they are going to help me to have a beautiful future. I'm going to understand them and I'm going to develop a very friendly, loving relationship with them because they are going to add beauty to my life. Which means I'm not resisting the books anymore. I'm looking at books like, wow, they are going to be a bridge between what I am today and what I am going to be tomorrow, between my present and between my future. Now, if we can inculcate in our children this mindset of gratitude towards studies and books. Remember, not gratitude so that you can create guilt in them. So it's not about इतने बच्चों को पढ़ने का मौका नहीं मिलता है, तुमको मिला है और तुम लोग उसका ध्यान. Not a guilt inducing or you are not good enough kind of a gratitude, but actually feeling blessed. You know, these books are the bridge for your potential to your performance. These are bridge from you as a raw material to a success that you will be. Why don't you look at the books as a friend? It will create miraculous results. I remember my wife one day went down to swim and she was not yet comfortable in swimming. And we had a teacher at that point of time whose name was Gopal. Now Gopal could see my darling wife Bharti struggling a little in water. He just looked at her, smiled and said, don't fight water. Don't be scared of water. See water as your friend. And the moment you see water as your friend, you will find you will be able to you will be able to swim well. I was there at the side, but when I heard Gopal say these things, I have never been comfortable with water. Therefore, I was resisting swimming. But when I heard Gopal say these, I just said, oh, this makes a lot of sense. And now, seeing the water as a friend, filling my heart towards this opportunity to learn something and exercise my body, I moved into swimming. And that day was one of the best days of swimming in my life. Gopal could make us do aerobics inside water, gymnastics inside water, calisthenics inside water, and we were laughing and had the time of our life. Since that day, I have a lot of gratitude for Gopal and for water. And I'm sharing this everywhere. If there is anything which helps you or can help you for the future, look at that with gratitude. Suddenly you will find your entire journey is becoming much, much easier. So thank you for joining us in this webinar. Thank you so much for being with us. I wish you can share this with as many people as possible. I pray that you enjoy the insights as much as I enjoyed sharing it with you. Today we have friends from Baby Chakra. Today we have friends from K Junction. Today we have friends from Daughters Are Blessings. And I wish that we connect well and your children have an extraordinary future. May the fear of exams never rule their heart. May it be the joy of exams which rules their heart. Coming back to the first point that I said, may I see exams as festivals so that I can enjoy, because through exams I'm going to learn and I'm going to grow in my life. Wish you all the best. Love you so much. Keep growing and keep loving. Thank you so much.